All right, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have the classic Jungle Book, the animated film from 1967. This runs only an hour and 19 minutes long. It's a pretty short one, and so it blew by really quick. I probably haven't watched this since I was very little, and there's a number of things I completely forgot. I'm thinking that I may have listened to the record a whole lot more than the movie when I was a kid, because I'm thinking I know these songs like they're part of me. Yeah, I know them so well, but I know I didn't see this movie like a million times. If this came out in 1967, there was no chance of anybody. There's no such thing as owning a VHS of this film until at least the mid 80s, and it's not like you would have seen it other than just if it showed up on TV one night. Maybe then you'd see it, but it's not the kind of thing you'd see over and over again. So yeah, I'm thinking I may have seen this in the movies. How I couldn't have been. How do I know this movie? Other than the record, I had the record and I played the heck out of it. It was pretty much a staple, along with the Muppets and Flash Gordon, of course, the 1980 Flash Gordon. Anyway, yeah, this is a classic in every way. The voice acting is so, you can't imagine anybody else doing these voices. Yes, the 2016 version, which had like Idris Elba and this Christopher Walken, and wasn't it? Yeah, it was just so many amazing voices. But yeah, it feels very British. I mean, obviously, since it takes place in India, and the British invasion and well, occupation of India kind of lends itself to that. But again, if you don't know the story, I mean, I can. If it's a classic and you have Disney Plus, odds are you know Disney, you know the Jungle Book. So it's a story about a man cub, a boy who gets somehow lost in the jungle. Apparently, it looks like a boat crashed, and yeah, you didn't see any other bodies, but there's a basket with a baby in it, and so Bagheera, the panther, he just shows up and hands it off to the wolves, who just had a bunch of kids, a bunch of pups, and the wolf family raises him. Now, the thing is, a squishy, soft creature in a that looks like somewhat of a picnic basket seems like an easy meal as compared to, hey, let's adopt it and raise it. And yeah, so yeah, somehow this boy survived for years with wolves, and somehow wearing pants or shorts at least, or a wrap to protect his nethers. Unlike his wolf brothers and sisters, they just walk around with just fur. Why did he wear clothing? I realize it would be a completely different movie if the child was not wearing clothing the entire time of this movie in any version that was released. So yeah, it's one of those things you just have to let go and just go, you know what? He needed to cover his bits because they were bare and out there. And so somehow they fashioned little shorts for him, or a wrap, or whatever. The animals did that. Not like the animals would care. But again, this is not reality. This is animated. This is an animated Disney movie. So certain logical things can be overlooked. It's fine. So once we're past that, yeah, when he grows up, and at some point they decide that he needs to go back to the human village. He needs to not be there, and he's not going to survive much longer, especially with Shere Khan the tiger about to hit town and come looking for him, because he does not like man whatsoever, and is ready to take him down if he finds him. So Bagheera takes him on a trip, hoping to get him home to his people, and of course they run across a number of different creatures in the woods, everything from a snake named Ka, which again, it's been in my head a couple times. That's why I keep saying it again. It's unnerving to know that the same guy who did the voice for Winnie the Pooh is doing Kaa, the snake. I want to interchange their dialogue between the cartoons and see how it works out. It's unsettling because they're very, very different characters. After that, they meet King Louie and his monkeys. They say that this movie contains outdated cultural depictions. Yeah, that's the scene with King Louie might be. I don't know. I don't want to be oversensitive to such things, but I imagine there's some people who would take offense to the entire cast of monkeys being depicted by Louis Prima and yeah, black actors. It's probably going to stir up way too much trouble to even discuss it, so I'm going to use my privilege at this point to not talk about it like an idiot. Anyway, outdated cultural depictions. It's not Song of the South, but hey, it's interesting. But it's a great. He's a great sequence, a great song. It's fleshed out a whole lot more in the live action 2016 version, if you want to call it live action. It's like 99% animated, but digitally animated. But yeah, in this version, King Louie does still on fire, but he doesn't come to. He's not as menacing, I don't think, as Christopher Walken's version. I hopefully when the 2016 version becomes available, I'll review that and we'll refer back to this version. I don't know. It's not due to be released, I checked, until May 30th, 2021. So more than a year from now. It's going to be more than a year until you can see the 2016 Jungle Book version. So, and then of course we have to. He runs along across another few characters. Of course, Baloo, the bear, who sings the iconic Bare Necessities song. It was nominated for an Academy Award. Can't remember if it won or not. I should have checked that, but it was nominated, and it's catchy as hell. You can't not sing along and tap your toes to that song. Of course, they run across a whole lot of other problems, and Mowgli just at one point just wants to be left alone. But I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna spoil this because it's a movie's 50 years old. It's okay, I think, at this point. Mowgli is adamant about not going to the man village, and he does not want to be there at all. It takes one look at a 9-year-old girl, or younger. I have no idea. She was just a little girl, but she was batting seductive eyes at this very curious and confused little boy, and he forgot about everything else, which Bagheera and Baloo looking on her. Baloo's like, "Oh, come on back. Yeah, shit's all right. She's nothing. Come on back." And Bagheera's like, "No, he's not coming back." And it's kind of, to me, that was just a really, really funny sequence to handle it because, yeah, and it's real. Because, I want to live as a bear in the jungle for the rest of my life. Kid, you have no idea what your hormones are going to wreak upon your body in the next few years. All it took was one look at a pretty girl, and but bears, panthers, all those things can talk. Okay, yeah, he's gone. He's gone back to the man village. Yeah. And by the way, there's a Jungle Book 2 on here, like the direct-to-video kind of release, as those tend to be not awesome. I have no idea. I haven't watched it yet. It hasn't come up in the selection, so maybe at some point we're going to get to review that, but not yet. And she does figure prominently into the art that I saw for Jungle Book 2, so odds are her and Mowgli are going to get into some adventures and probably meet up with all the characters again, and who knows. But yeah, sing a song, boys will follow you anywhere. Let's pick tomorrow's Disney Plus Everyday Challenge episode. It's taking its time. Ooh, making us wait. 412. This I feel like we've had 412. We'll see. We've certainly had plenty of 4s. Nope, we haven't. We haven't seen this yet. But it's a short. It shouldn't take too long to watch it tomorrow. And it's comes out of the Toy Story realm. It is Partysaurus Rex. Partysaurus Rex. So we're going to see a little short with Rex from the Toy Story movies. And I'll meet you back here, spend a few minutes, watch it with me, and we'll talk about it tomorrow on the Disney Plus 7-Day Challenge.